Hey, welcome back to iAllegedly. I'm Dan, and I've got a good one for you today because even Google is now reaching out directly to everybody to warn them of a huge problem. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get right into it. You know, so many of us have Gmail, and we think that's the end all. Hey, if I solve my problem with Gmail, it's not going to affect my other email accounts. That's not true at all. A lot of people host their Gmail account, through their Gmail account, they host their regular email for companies, and privately they do that with cute domains and things like that. And we're finding out that almost 2.6 billion people were compromised by the latest hacking. And what this hack does, and you have to be aware of this, is they disable two-factor authentication. In other words, you sign up for a website and they say, send a message to your phone or send you a code. Hey, we're going to text you a code. A lot of banks have this. Now, what if somebody could scan that and steal that? Uh-oh. Well, then I could be Dan, and you could compromise Dan and Dan's email and Dan's accounts, bank accounts, and everything like that. The problem with this is it's happening on a daily basis, and it's been so bad that Google has gone out and reached out directly to everybody and said, you have to protect yourself and you have to understand that this is being done. Now, one of the latest things that they've done that they finally figured out, because here's the thing I've always said, you have these problems, you get these hackings, how come companies just don't go out and fix it? Why don't they hire better IT and engineers and these people to do it? Well, they finally pinpointed to where this is happening. Think about this. Here's the problem that you have, is that so many of us have a Gmail account, and then you have your business email. So many of us have crossed the streams with this. And what I mean by that is you've sent yourself an email, and they're finding this out by that method, and also publicly traded information on the internet. There are great apps that you can get. If you want to email, the vice president of a company, and you want to find out how they do their emails, you can reach out to these people and you can go out and you can get that data. It's very simple. You can pay for it. It's very inexpensive. Well, what the hackers have done, they said, well, why don't we go out and do that and go get this information directly from them? And by doing that, then we can find out how people use their codes, their passcodes, their names, their secret words, things like this. So it's them using our own information against us. Family members, emails you've sent to yourself. And again, you can think that some geek is scouring your email and doing this. It is being done by AI. And I had a friend call me yesterday and tell me the most wild story where they had a problem with their website. And the engineers, instead of calling him to figure it out, he put it into AI, and AI, in a matter of exactly 20 seconds, figured out what the problem was with the code problem. The AI engine then said, hey, do you want us to fix this? Asked for his permission. He gave it to them. In less than 1 minute, this was fixed. So you don't think that they could scan and get your personal information and get your, passwords and things like that? Yeah, they can do that. Now, here's the worst part, guys. The thing that blew me away is I found this great image of the most common passwords, okay? And again, I've warned you about all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 3 million people that have that. This is the latest, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. QWERTY 1, all ones. Things like this. It's just crazy. It's crazy. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. People are using these things over and over and over again. And by doing that, it's just very easy. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if you caught that on that image or not, but it said that the average hacker could take less than 1 minute to figure out what your password is. 1 minute. 1 minute. Now, the other thing is, if you get notified that your account has been hacked, or hey, did you change your password and you didn't? Watch what you click on, guys, because what they're doing is they're sending you the information, changing the words on it so that you sign up for this. So again, this is a big deal, guys. It's too much. And so many of, I think it is, how many times I sent myself personal information from my work email, that way I can have it on my phone. Okay, problem solved. No, it's not. You're right. Problem has just been exacerbated. So with that, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And so many people have, have realized that they're the problem. They created this by giving up their personal information. You have to be vigilant, and you have to understand that the bad guys are working overtime to get all of us. Okay? Government contracts, Doge. Think about this. There are 400,000 government contracts that are being scrutinized. And you can sit there and go, oh, that's terrible, Dan. That's that Doge, Elon Musk shenanigans. No. Don't you want to know where your money is being spent? There's 400,000 contracts that you have to verify the information on. How about this? How about millions and millions of dollars being spent every year to people that we don't even know who they are? And they've had a contract for 13 years. Shouldn't you renew that? Review it? Yeah. You and I would have to renew it. Hey, just paint my house every year. I'll give you $10,000 to go paint my house. Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All this news about fast food, McDonald's has decided to step up their chicken menu. It's like, oh my God, that's news? How is that news? So again, eating crap is getting crazier. There was a Home Depot ring that worked nationwide, but they stole all their merchandise from here in Southern California. They stole $10 million worth of merchandise from local Home Depot stores. Were brazen. They would steal hundreds of items a day. I've told this story, years ago. I do this thing where I buy my kids one big gift every year for Christmas. My daughter wanted a Dyson vacuum. The only place I could find it initially was through Home Depot. I'm going to go buy it at the Signal Hill Home Depot store. They have 6 of them there. I went there. They were all stolen. They had 2 empty boxes and the rest were just gone out of the store. So somebody, think about it, they stole a vacuum, opened up the box and took everything, took the guts out of the box. And the store manager was so terribly embarrassed. And I'm like, dude, how is this your fault? This is just wild. The criminal activity is crazy, but that's what this is. These are professional theft rings stealing from Home Depot. My favorite thing is that people steal things and then return them for money and gift cards, and then sell the gift cards at a reduced price too. That's happening all the time. So, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you've heard about this. Nevada state government was shut down for 2 days this week because they got a hack. Their government was shut down. Couldn't have court, couldn't have any public business, couldn't buy a business license, couldn't do any work that required the government. Do you need benefits? Do you need SNAP? Do you need to eat? Do you need to fill out that program? Do you need your child support? You're not getting it. Not out of Nevada right now. So people are freaking out over this because it was that bad. And they think they finally figured it out. But again, bad actors, and it's going to be, getting worse and worse and worse. We are seeing people with prime credit that are not paying their bills on time. This has become a bigger problem. People that have credit scores over 720 and above to 840 that are not paying their bills on time. They are 30 days late. It's the highest amount that we've seen since, the Great Recession, since the last time we had an economic problem. I love that people sit around and think that this is all going to be okay. Quit kidding yourself. Quit lying to yourself. I am so proud of my friends and family members that have reached out to me and said, you know what? Just not going to borrow the money. We're just not going to do it. We're going to go buy a used car this year. We're not going to spend the extra money. That's how we're going to do it. Wow, I ran up on 3 peacocks up here. So try to get a little closer. But, just crazy. So more and more people are not paying their bills right now. This is a problem that you're seeing that's getting, it's just getting worse right now. People don't have the money, and people think that they're going to borrow themselves out of debt. And you're seeing with commission salespeople, you're seeing a lot more people that are going out and saying, oh, I'm going to get through this. It's just a rough patch right now. Okay, good for you. One thing that I was fascinated by when I was up in Monterey was a city called Pacific Grove, which is a really cool little beach town. And I walked on that beach, and you guys got to see those videos, and I got to go see the otters and all that stuff. But they got rid of all Airbnbs and short-term rentals. You want to rent a place, you got to rent it for over 30 days to get a place there. Now, Southampton, end of the parties, end of the summer bros, end of the let's just go get a place and trash it. I love TikTok videos that people send me where people go out and they rent a house and have just a raging party for a night, and then don't think that they're responsible for any cleanup or anything like that in the house. And they say, hey, listen, we've got your credit card. We're going to charge you. And I don't know if they can. I hate Airbnbs. I think it's ridiculous. I've had, I've gone to Airbnbs and stayed with other people, but I think it's horrible. I just can't stand it. I like hotels. I like the services. I like everything that comes with the security and things like that. But the next one is the Hamptons, man. They're just done. Southampton bans all short-term rentals and officially ends weekend trips to the Hamptons. Well, that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be the end of summer chaos for those rich people in the Hamptons. And again, they're not sweating it. They're like, thank God, Dan, because we want to get rid of this. Another day, another recall from Ford. I'm telling you guys, I wish I was making this up. How about this? 355,000 Ford trucks just got recalled because the dash won't work and won't report things wrong with the vehicle as you drive it. 355,000 Ford vehicles. Who would buy a Ford right now? Well, Dan, they're only 105,000 for a pickup truck. Oh, it's just crazy. Just crazy. And look at all the peacocks, man. There's another one down there. See it? Just so many out here today. And they're just walking and hanging out. It's just great. Anyways, Ford sucks. Okay? That's why the stock's $10 a share. Here's one Dr. Marvin sent me that I loved. A South Florida couple was caught selling sports memorabilia that was counterfeit. I'm thinking, whoa, they get NFL, they get MLB. No, they sell illegal soccer merchandise from around the globe. And I'm telling you, soccer is the biggest, the highest betted sport in the world is soccer. Football, kicking around ball on grass, whatever you want to call it. It's the number one sport. But it's the number one sport when it comes to, counterfeit merchandise. I didn't know that, but this couple had $530,000 worth of fake merchandise. They had made millions selling this stuff in South Florida. And again, they finally got caught. So that's it. Laura from Connecticut sent me a great story about the WARN notices and 3 more Connecticut firms that are laying off another 80 people. How about this? 2 years ago, companies wouldn't consider remote work. I have a buddy who just got a job, remote work. But listen, if you do remote work, we're going to pay you $20,000 less than your counterparts that come in every day. Okay, sounds great. I don't have to drive to the office? Great. You guys will detail me, you'll call me. I'll have a company cell phone. Yeah, you're going to make $20,000 less. Sign me up. Look at the peacock right behind me. Okay? Isn't that crazy, guys? So $20,000 less. That's your question, Would you do that? Again, I just think it's everybody's on their own. Okay? Everybody's on their own. I'm going to finish this video with these last few things. Don't forget the email list. The link is in the video description below. And we have a private channel called iAllegedly Live where we cover everything that's uncensored. There's over 400 videos on that site now. That is absolutely amazing. And I love doing that content. It's very inexpensive and it's very cool. And it's just everything that we can't talk about other places. So final 2 stories. There was a great study out of Science Daily. And I used to love this when I did medical conferences, but they got one that says, listen, meat eaters actually can fight off certain cancers by eating more meat. So count me in, man. That sounds great. But again, what it does is it fights certain diseases. It fights certain cancers, blood issues, things like that by eating meat. Isn't that great? I think that's fabulous. final story is tipping culture. Great article out of uh, another site where you have people sick of tipping. People are sick of being shaken down. People are tipping for, going out and you get a smoothie and they slide the thing in front of you that says you have to give them 20%. Pass, 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 pass. And, it's funny. Whenever I go to Las Vegas now, I always talk to the cab drivers about the Formula One race. And during Formula One, the Europeans don't tip. They don't believe in it. They think it's rude. And what's fascinating about this is that they put a $15 premium on cab rides so that they can go out and they can make a living because these people are never going to tip. And a lot of people get furious over that. Hey, listen, mandatory tipping with 8 people, all that stuff. People just get sick of that. So let us all know your thoughts on all this stuff. I can't stand it because I tip the person. I'm not tipping the establishment. And, whenever I go to like a stadium and see a sporting event, I always ask questions. Are you getting your tips when we give you these? And, I told the story 1,000 times where somebody wasn't getting their tips, and I got that resolved with 2 phone calls. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, change your password, watch what you do. Don't be stupid. Do this again and again and again. I'm telling you, we should do it every 6 months. You should probably do it every other month right now. That's how bad it is. You want to get a hold of me, email me. hello@iallegedly.com is the email address. Super cool announcement coming out very soon. I cannot wait to share you something that nobody else has but me. Okay? I'll see you soon.